It's time for Coach's Corner here with Sam Cantonwine, our STC head volleyball coach. Sam, you got a gym packed full of kids over here. It's youth camp night. Tell us a little bit about what's going on here with all these kids and volleyball players.
Yeah, so we have 43 third through sixth graders. We had youth camp last night from 6 to 7:30, and then tonight 6 to 7:30, and then tomorrow home varsity game. We will have the girls get introduced with the varsity players, and then also after the first set, they're gonna pepper and serve and have some fun on the court. So.
About how many kids do you have out for the camp? Roughly?
We have 43 kids. Yep.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, let's pivot and talk a little bit about the last couple of games for South Tama. We haven't caught up with you since then. One thing that I've noticed, you started out with a kind of a new offense, new rotation. Can you tell us how that's going, how it went, just some details about that?
Yeah, so we started off with a 6-2 offense, which means you have 2 setters coming from the back row, so you always have 3 options in the front row. So basically you're always looking at 3 pins or 3 hitters, and then you never really have that shorter block in the front row because your setter's not in the front row ever. So we definitely have the weapons for a 6-2. I think down the road we could go back to it just because we have such great weapons. We have amazing hitters this year. Lots and lots of pins to kind of work with. We just don't have the control for it right now. It's pretty messy right now, which we kind of learned on Saturday at our Grinnell tournament.
Okay.
So we moved to a 5-1, which is 1 setter, and she plays back row and front row.
And that's a little more familiar to what we saw last season.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
All right. So can you kind of walk us through the last 2 dates of competition? You had a triangular last week, and then on Saturday a tournament. How did the team fare in all of that? What were your takeaways after those 2 competitions?
So the triangular first game, you could definitely tell is our first game, very jittery. We definitely got our jitters out. We still played pretty well. We went into 3 with Iowa Falls and then got beat 2-0 to AGWSR. They're a very fast team. So I wanted to play somebody with tougher competition just to see where we're at. Yeah. And so even though with the 2 losses, we still took away that we know where we want to get to in the future. And so it put us at a good spot, and now we're working every day for that instead of just being content like where we're at. So.
And you guys got a couple wins in Grinnell. Tell us what were some of the bright spots from the Grinnell tournament on Saturday? Yeah,
ending the day with 2 wins was definitely a high note, especially bigger schools, Mount Pleasant and Urbandale. So that's pretty great. That's when I changed offenses right in the middle of the tournament, and so the girls adjusted very, very well to it, and then really started communicating better, moving better as a team. So the beginning of the day was pretty rough, but definitely ended on a high note.
What were some of the challenges that you kind of saw from the team as they were playing this past week, and what were some of the takeaways that you brought into practice this week that you've been working on?
Just really big on communication and body language, and we can fix mental errors in practice, but we can fix those physical errors in practice, but those mental errors is what we really need to work on, and how we kind of respond to that. Right now we respond kind of in a negative way, and we don't talk about it. We just shut down, and so we're really working on how we communicate verbally and with our body language, and so then that we can fix our physical errors, because once we kind of get down mentally, we just can't, then we just make even more errors. So got to fix the mental before we can go to the physical.
Of course, yeah. I've noticed, kind of looking through the stat lines from the last couple of competitions, we've got some underclassmen really contributing, some new faces that have transferred in contributing. Can you just speak to how those players have been kind of mixing into everything, and what you've been seeing from those players in particular?
Yeah, those 2 sophomores, Paisley and Maddie. I mean, Maddie Bariski, you can speak on her for a long time. She was a setter last year on the freshman team, and she just has been killing it all summer. She's been going hard in the weight room, and now she's an outside on varsity. So that's a crazy journey in a very short amount of time. So what she's been able to do and just over the summer has been incredible. So yeah.
How has the team chemistry been coming along with some of those new pieces coming in, just as a group as a whole?
I think like the senior leadership really helps bring that together. We've done a really good job of kind of bringing in the Riley and Scout from North Tama and those underclassmen. They really saw the senior leadership saw how great these newcomers and the underclassmen were, and they really welcomed welcomed them with open arms
Yeah.
because they saw their potential and were like, hey, we can be really good. So they did a really good job leading them, showing them what our culture kind of is all about. So yeah, I think it really helps with our seniors.
And last question for you. You've got Montezuma coming up. It'll be tonight when we air this. What is the game plan for the Montezuma matchup, and what are kind of your keys to victory for South Tama to get there a dual win?
Kind of like what I mentioned earlier is just really focusing on the mental errors and the communication. This game is where we can really, if we just work on that, keep our physical errors to a minimum, we can just take care of business, and then we can start working on kind of hammering away in the future. But this is a really good match where if we take care of our side with our mental errors and keep our physical errors at lower, it'd be much better.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Best of luck on the court on Thursday.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, South Tama Trojan fans. Welcome to our first volleyball broadcast of the season. Darvin Graham and Anita Townsley here with you live on the call. We are just about ready to get this varsity contest started. Tonight, South Tama hosting Montezuma in a non-conference game. First duel of the season for the Trojans, I believe, and for Montezuma as well. Exciting time of the year as teams are getting things fired up and a whole new season is underway. I'm joined by Anita Townsley this evening. Anita, just getting things started over in the elementary. How are things going for you so far in this school year?
Yeah, it's been a great start for us. Kids are excited. They're coming in with lots of smiles, enthusiasm, and we're looking forward tomorrow to having the Cy-Hawk ball exchange. And
awesome.
So it's going well.
Excellent. So tonight is youth volleyball night. And so you can see kind of on the far side of the court there, tons of little kids, and the varsity team are going to get announced here in a moment. So that's going to take a little bit, and then we'll have starting lineups and the national anthem. We're going to go ahead and open the mic up so you can hear the PA announcement and hear these kids get announced, and then we'll kind of come back with some play-by-play as soon as we get to game action. Thanks for being with us here on Trojan Country. All right, we are almost ready to go here at the Roundhouse. South Tama and Montezuma here in non-conference action. Darvin Graham and Anita Townsley with you here on the call. Starters for tonight's visitors. First up, number 5, senior Ava Pargin. Number 7, sophomore Sydney Burgess. Number 9, junior Chloe Snook. Number 11, senior Addison Probasco. Number 14, captain senior Cailey Larmore. And number 23, junior Lily Ferry. And for your STC Trojans, number 1, freshman Kinsley Boriski. Number 4, the setter, senior Skylar Beck. Number 7, the libero, senior Kaylee Brown. Number 8, senior Macy Welsh. Number 9, senior Jeanette Cervantes. Number 10, junior Riley Ridout. And number 13, sophomore Paisley Bro. I believe we're going to see, let's see here. So no initial substitution. So up front for South Tama, it'll be Kinsley Boriski, the freshman, on the far right side. Paisley Bro in the middle, and Skylar Beck on the far left. That would be our left, your left in the camera's view. South Tama in white tops this tonight, and Montezuma in the blue on the right. So first up, serving for Montezuma, it's going to be Probasco. Sails one over straight down the middle. Cervantes, Paisley Bro, and she lands it just inside the back line. Point South Tama. Here's Skylar Beck, first serving for the Trojans. A set, a dump over in the middle. Kaylee Brown can't get to it, and Montezuma is on the board. 1-1. Serve straight down the middle. South Tama. Tip over by Bro right in the middle. Good save by the libero. Back to the South Tama side. Macy Welsh firing into the middle. 2 tips, and it drops. South Tama with the point.
Nice job. They played well together on that set.
They did. Here comes our first rotation out. It'll be Paisley Bro and Jeanette Cervantes coming out for Scout Ridout and Maddie Boriski. Ridout will step to the service line. One of 2 freshmen getting early action here in the varsity lineup for South Tama. Serve goes out of bounds. So Ridout will come out immediately after the serve, and Bro comes back in. Lily Ferry serving now for Montezuma. Bro pops it up. Here comes Welsh looking to fire. And Montezuma can't recover again. 3-2, South Tama leading.
Brisky's serving. Nice serve. Nice job.
And Montezuma just unable to kind of handle the speed that South Tama is bringing here. Kinsley Boriski coming up for her second serve here.
Has another net by Montezuma. So that's another point for South Tama. That was a good volley on South Tama's part.
6-2 now the lead for the Trojans. First set action here. We just got underway.
believe Brisky's still serving. Yes, she is.
A little bit of a run here for the freshman.
Yes, she's got. Oh, nice job. And that one was out. Or I guess maybe it was in and South Tama didn't get to it. So the score now is 6-3 in South Tama's favor. Just a little bit of a lull here with Montezuma changing lineups. Referees are talking it over right now. So a little bit of a lull in the action here. South Tama started off pretty strong.
Yeah, good looking start for STC.
Yes.
They're looking loose and definitely a height advantage here for South Tama, and that's something we haven't seen in a couple of seasons. Paisley Bro really got to be approaching 6 foot here. One of probably the tallest player on the court tonight. Kinsley Bariski coming in. I don't have heights for our South Tama roster, but just kind of remembering where some of these girls were at last season. Kinsley's got to be 5'10", 5'11", somewhere in there, and both long frames.
Right.
Macy Welsh not much far behind, and Macy is kind of started her career as a middle, and she's made her way into the back row now that the Trojans have a little bit more height and length at the hitter position.
Yes.
And a lot of weapons to work with. I think that's one thing Coach Canton-Wine has been. I've heard from her a few times early in the preseasons. They've got a lot of pieces and a lot of parts, a lot of new faces. We've got 2 students transferring in, the Ridout sisters from North Tama, and some underclassmen coming into the varsity picture. So a lot of different pieces to fit together and chemistry that has to work together. But so far here against Montezuma, things are looking good. And I wonder if maybe there's a scoreboard issue or something to that effect. Or, well, no, we're not looking at the scoreboard. Officials are talking to
both the coaches are talking, and the head referee is sharing his thoughts with both coaches right now.
Yeah.
So
let's see how this shapes up.
not sure what's going on here. And so with a little break in the action, I think that South Tama, their schedule here, if I can bring it up real quick. Well, maybe not. Thought I had it. I don't think that I do now. Looks like Montezuma, though, will be at Belle Plaine on the 9th.
I think South Tama might have the BCLUW tournament. That's usually their second one of the season, if I remember correctly.
For some reason I didn't get that schedule, I guess. So you can hear kind of the, well, maybe they've got it decided now at the scorers table. And it looks like something, maybe a rotation on South Tama.
Yeah, maybe they didn't like that rotation out from when Ridout came in and served. I'm not 100% sure, but
that's looking like it could be that. So they're lining him back up and looking that over. And the student section is getting noisy, so. Coach Canton-Wine is talking with the head referee, and doesn't look like that conversation's going anywhere, but maybe it is. And Coach Burgess is coming over and getting an explanation now. And we're just sitting here wondering what's going on.
Yeah, we're quite a ways away from that scores table, so it really is hard to gather information that way. And
we certainly are.
don't have the
unfortunate thing that the kids are getting kind of.
Yeah, we've got youth volleyball kids here in the house tonight, and I think they're waiting for the end of the first set. There's I think a special presentation happening then. So a lot of families and kids here from all over the community.
Yeah.
And
no one acts very upset. So
no, everybody seems all right.
Yeah, so I think they're getting it worked out, and the players are going to have to kind of stay loose because we had kind of a good momentum going, but not sure if we'll still have that.
Right.
But we will see. Maybe we'll hear an explanation. I doubt it. It's not like TV.
No, yeah, we don't have that mic over there on the table.
Oh, that would be
handy.
That would be handy right at this moment because they seem to be having quite the conversation.
And our scoreboard's kind of, we're going to have to.
Oh, the scoreboard has adjusted. And so now it's down. The score is 5-4. So we lost.
I'm not unsure. Yeah, I don't know how.
Huh. I'm not sure either because Boriski had served 4 times and it was.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it there because that last point, but I don't know how they came from 2-4.
I don't either. And so they've still got officials talking to Montezuma coaches and another official talking to the scorers table.
Yes. Seems like a pretty important conversation, Darvin.
It does. Yeah, it really does.
But we're not getting a conclusion here.
No. So tomorrow, South Tama gets to participate in an annual event. We'll see if I can get this timing down.
Okay.
An annual event, the Cy-Hawk Game ROTC Game Ball Run.
Yes.
And what time are they scheduled to come in? Do you know? I know around noon.
Around noon.
So the ROTCs from University of Iowa and Iowa State come together and exchange the game ball for the Cy-Hawk game.
Yes.
At South Tama Elementary, and then later, a little afterwards, meeting with some of the kids, running through the hallways and doing a high-five line. They go over to the country club in Tama and have a lunch, and some, I think, members over there meet there and kind of have a fun little get-together with the ROTC groups, and then they head on. The Iowa team, I believe, heads back to Iowa City. Or no, it's the other way around. The Ames group heads back to Ames, and the Iowa City group takes the ball, and they head to their next destination.
Right. Oh, I think we got it figured out.
All righty, so we are going to adjust the score here. And maybe we'll try and get an explanation.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there because we lost a point and they gained 2.
Yeah.
But South Tama came right back with a kill. So we're back up to the score 6-4. And
so it's Macy Wells serving here in the back line for South Tama, the senior. Floats one down the middle, right to the libero. From the corner, it's Taylor Wilcox.
right.
And
they let that go out.
Out of bounds.
And she scored a point, so. Ooh, nice serve right down the middle, and it shanked off that girl's from Montezuma's
Macy
hands.
Welsh having a little run here, 8-4 now. Welsh down the middle. Picked up by Burgess. Little tip over by Larmore, kept alive. It's Vanessa
nice.
Veit setting up the kill from Paisley Bro in the back line.
Yeah, Paisley Bro, that was a nice kill right there.
9-4, South Tama in command of this first set.
got a nice streak going here. Oh, nice job by Cailey Brown picking that up.
Veit setting up Boriski. She tips it over. Long shot by Burgess, kept alive by Veit. And just passed over from Brown. Big swing there in the corner by Larmore. Maddie Boriski tips it over, goes over the block.
That's a long volley, Darvin.
It is.
Yes.
Good composure by South Tama. Boriski kind of pushed past the defender.
Save.
And that was Chloe Snook that kept it alive for Montezuma. Big swing there by Maddie Boriski, and it's a kill and a point. South Tama hangs on to the rally, and they're up 10-4.
10-4, yeah. That was a great volley. Nice teamwork by everyone. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Yep.
Macy Welch is another serve.
Veit setting up Bro. Now Wilcox down the middle. Her shot too long, out of bounds. It's an ace. South Tama keeping it rolling here in the first set, 12-4. Macy Welsh, first ace of the game.
She's got some confidence going for sure now. Oh, nice serve. Good job.
Too much heat on the fastball. It goes out of bounds. Another ace for senior captain Macy Welsh. Trojans, good body language. Feeling good here in the first set.
Oh, guys, that's good for Cailey Brown. Nice job.
This is Lauren Larmore. She tips it over. And it's going to be a net violation against South Tama. That'll give a point to Montezuma, and that stops the run. Macy Welsh. How many serves was that for Macy?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7, Darvin.
Pretty good.
For
Pretty
points,
good.
she scored 7 points.
Serve from Ava Pargin down the middle. Welsh in the corner. Crosses it up. Veit tips it up. Boriski.
Nice. Yeah, good job.
And Montezuma just struggling to handle the speed and the size that South Tama is bringing. South Tama looking like a WAMAC 3A school here, taking on a 1A against Montezuma.
So Jeanette Cervantes is up to serve.
She's our third captain. 3 captains on this squad this year, and that was voted by the players. It's gonna be the seniors, Cervantes and Welsh.
And there's another.
Well, yeah, 3 seniors, and Cailey Brown is the third. There's an ace for Cervantes in her first serve of the game.
It's good to see Cervantes out there.
She's had some knee troubles going back. I don't know if that went back to last volleyball season. She's got a brace on there. Timeout called by Montezuma.
Yeah, I'm just real happy to see her
I am too.
out there. And going back to the Cyhawk, the staff at the elementary then always have a potluck.
Oh, they do,
and,
yeah.
Yes, and so then we also wear our either Hawkeye or Cyclones and have a little rivalry going on with the staff. So
yeah, I was reading an article a few years ago. The athletic website did a whole profile on the Cyhawk run, and they interviewed some of the ROTC members, and they talked about how, you know, they're not football players, so they don't compete on the football field, but they are competitive when they get into that, you know, exchange environment. They want to make sure that when they come running into the exchange area, that each of them is doing their best cadence, their best running. They're looking their most kind of put together and in sync. So that's kind of something fun to watch, too, is how those 2 university ROTC groups are interacting.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, coming out of this timeout, 15-5. This is the first set. South Tama's really been in control this whole way. Here's another ace for Jeanette Cervantes.
Boy, you can just feel the enthusiasm, Darvin.
You can. You can. These 2 teams have not played since 2022, last year's matchup. There's another nice serve by Cervantes. Saved by Pargin, and Montezuma unable to get it Back over the net. Point to the Trojans.
We're really going in a lot of runs tonight.
We are,
so far.
Yep. And I have yet to see, I haven't seen, you know, from this Montezuma lineup yet, a weapon as far as a big outside hitter or something that they're doing. We haven't seen a lot of serves yet, so maybe they have somebody in their rotation that's really good at serving. But I'd feel good about what this is looking like here so far.
For sure.
As the Montezuma front line gets miscommunicated there in the front. The ball goes into the net. Point South Tama, 18-5 now.
They have to be a little frustrated right now.
Indeed.
Things just aren't going.
Lily Ferry passes it over. Maddie Weiss into the game now.
Wow.
Big swing.
That was a swing by Bariski.
Tinsley Bariski.
She got that one.
And she's one of the freshmen, underclassmen, making big contributions for South Tama here tonight. Hannah Houghton, senior, coming in. She rotates in for Paisley Bro. Houghton in the front corner there. There comes a swing, and it's out of bounds. Chloe Snook kind of got a bead on one, but just sent it a little too far. Cervantes maintaining here at the service line.
So Cervantes this is her 7th serve. Oh, nice job.
Cervantes picks it up in the back. She's just going to have to kind of pass it behind herself.
Ooh.
Tip over by Wilcox. Here's Cailey Brown. The libero, a little too far.
Well, Montezuma's going to have to dig themselves out of a big hole for this one.
Yeah, always a tough thing to come back from that first set loss, and that's going to be a serve out of bounds. That was Kylie Larmore at the line. And just that mental side of things where a few things aren't going your way and one thing kind of piles on the next. Here's Kinsley Bariski serving for South Tama. And that's kind of, I think, what we're seeing for Montezuma, as Snook, again, unable to kind of dial in that distance. And it goes out of bounds. So here's Kinsley Brisky again, 20. Let's see here. Apologize on my scoreboard. Hasn't kept up with a couple points here. 22-7. Rotations in for both teams. Vanessa Veit coming back in. Kinsley Bariski out. Addison Probasco at the line for Montezuma. Maddie Weiss saves it, but the pass over kind of pulls to the left, out of bounds.
She kind of shanked that.
22-8 after the out of bounds play there. Service error into the net. Probasco unable to get the successful serve. Beck and Welsh will come in for South Tama for Weiss and Veit. Beck to the line. She's going to serve. 23-8.
It's a nice serve right down the middle. Montezuma picked it up. Oh,
and there's a kill.
A nice hit.
Sydney Burgess.
Yep.
Sophomore, middle hitter.
Yeah, and she's a basketball player, too.
Yep, a lot of these names I recognize from the basketball season, too.
Yeah. That's a nice dig by Cailey Brown.
There's Riley
nice
Ridout at the line.
Cailey Brown.
Cailey Brown saves it from the deck. But it's Burgess again. This time, she kind of gets the block and the dump through right in the middle there.
So Coach Burgess, I'm believing that is his daughter.
Yeah, I imagine that would be.
Her mom is the basketball coach at Montezuma.
There you go, family affair. Out of bounds. Point South Tama. Game set point here at the Roundhouse. And we're going to have a rotation. Scout Ridout comes in for Hannah Houghton. Maddie Bariski in for Jeanette Cervantes. So at the front, Riley Ridout, Maddie Bariski, Macy Welsh, And Scout Ridout with set point here at the line. Good low serve, picked up by Larmore, the libero. Burgess right down the middle. Easy setup. Big swing there by Welsh. A whistle. And they're going to replay the serve.
I guess replay it. What do you think about that, Darvin?
I didn't catch what the net judge saw there. We're kind of at an angle. Scout Ridout again, still 24-10. Set point. Another successful serve. Brown. Beck the set.
Oh, nice.
Ridout. Riley Ridout closes it out.
And that's it for the
set one goes to the South Tama Trojans.
Yeah.
Meet Tommy Hexter, a fresh voice ready to represent Iowa House District 53. Born and raised with values rooted in hard work, Tommy knows what it means to roll up his sleeves and get things done. At just 24, he's already built a record of service and dedication to rural communities. Tommy believes in running our government like a responsible business, reinvesting in what matters most, our people. He's standing up for public education because our kids deserve the same top-notch learning experience Iowa was once known for. He's fighting for small businesses and family farms to keep more money right here in our communities and to challenge the big corporations that want to take over. And most importantly, Tommy is committed to ensuring everyone has access to good food, healthcare, and housing, because no one should be left behind. This November 5th, vote for Tommy Hexter, the candidate who's not just another politician, but someone who truly cares about our future. Join us in making sure Iowa remains the fields of opportunity for all. Paid for by Tommy Hexter for Iowa.
Listen, switching to Gary Bock State Farm was one of the best decisions I've ever made. About 3 years ago, we moved our personal business over to Gary Bock, and I couldn't be happier with the results. Not only did we save a ton on our rates, but the entire experience was really smooth and hassle-free. Gary and his team are always quick to communicate, and they're available whenever we need them, which is so important in today's fast-paced world. What I love most is that they're locally owned and operated. When you go in there, you know who you're looking at, you know who you're going to see, and that's a huge thing. They truly understand the diverse needs of our community and provide outstanding customer service that's both personal and professional. With over 125 five-star ratings on Google, it's clear I'm not the only one who feels this way. Everybody loves working with Gary Bock. If you're looking for affordable rates and a team that genuinely cares, I highly recommend Gary Bock State Farm Insurance in Toledo. You won't be disappointed. Gary Bock State Farm, here to help life go right. Welcome back, live from the STC Roundhouse. Darvin Graham and Anita Townsley here with you as we are in an intermission here between first and second set. South Tama took the first set. 25-10 was the score. I thought a really, really nice looking set for South Tama. This is the first game I've really seen of them. I did step in and have a look at their scrimmage, but this has a totally different atmosphere. The team looks engaged, focused. What were your thoughts coming out of that first set, Anita?
Yeah, so South Tama had several runs. Macy Welch served. She scored 7 points, I believe, and then Cervantes, Monty had it for one serve, and then Cervantes got back, and she just nailed it with...
So what you're seeing here, South Tama, the youth volleyball camp happened earlier this week, and so these young campers, I don't know the grade levels, but young kids here in the blue shirts are just playing some pepper with the varsity or some of the sub-varsity players, I believe, as the varsity teams are huddling.
It's looking like mostly my second through fourth graders. There might be some older kids too. Yes, I think there are, but I can see some of my fifth graders, yeah. Okay. And so it's kind of fun watching the kids out here, being able to interact with the older kids. They did have a camp Monday and Tuesday, and I just love seeing them out here being future Trojans. I'm not sure how many there are, but they did, that camp was Monday and Tuesday after school. And they're having a good time. They are enjoying it.
Just got some clarification on that stoppage early in the game, or early in the first set. I believe South Tama had an incorrect rotation to start the set, and it didn't get caught until a few points in, and so that's why we had a multi-point change. I think the rule on that is that if you've got an incorrect rotation, then the points that you score, I guess, go to the other team. So
okay.
that was the explanation there.
That's how we lost those points.
Yeah. But South Tama recovered nicely and
they did.
Didn't seem to make too big of a difference. A couple announcements here. Tomorrow, the annual STC Music Booster Barbecue. A lot of syllables there. Coming up tomorrow evening before the football game. I believe 5 o'clock start here at the high school cafeteria. Smoked pulled pork, beans, pie, and all kinds of yummy foods for sale. And it's a fundraiser for really the band program, but through the music boosters, and always a fun time. If you're in the area and you need some supper, even if you can't make it to the football game, come out, get some food, support the music boosters, and their event coming up tomorrow evening.
Yeah, and Darvin, it's been going on 50 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Impressive.
So it is, and I think Mike Carnahan said in a newsletter or something that when they first did the meet, it was in a pit.
Yeah, and actually, I've heard that too.
And then, I mean, that's just, so it's been going on longer than I've lived here.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yes,
Another announcement, the STC After Prom Committee are doing a Painting the Town Blue fundraiser. So if you've been in around town and you see on driveways the STC Trojan head spray painted or kind of stencil painted onto a driveway, you'd like to have that done, just $35. Proceeds will go to the STC After Prom Committee. And get a hold of Brentley Ellsbury at 641-691-3372 to get that ordered, and they can come out and do that for you. It looks really nice. We've had it done on our driveway, and it's just a fun way to support South Tama.
Yep, go Trojans.
All right, looks like we're getting ready to clear the court and start our second set.
Now, South Tama has to feel pretty good right now. They just need to keep up their enthusiasm, and they've been playing hard too, though.
They have, yeah. Really. It's been interesting. I've seen more scoring from the back line than I've been used to. This team, as far as it's composed, I think in the last few years we've had maybe one or two really strong outside hitters, and we see a lot of the scoring coming from the front corners. But today, at least in this first one, they were able to really execute from the back row, from the front. It wasn't just that kind of diagonal, high jumping, big swinging, outside hitter type of format.
And I know from your interviews that you had with the girls earlier, they want to have fun, and honestly, they look like they're having a lot of fun right now.
They do. That's got to be some of the younger, just a mix of students that they've got on this team. They got a big roster. That helps a lot. When there's just numbers, you kind of feel like you're a part of something a little bigger.
And honestly, winning helps a lot.
Yep.
It just makes practices easier. And
Trojans got their first 2 wins of the season on Saturday. Last Saturday, they were at the Grinnell Invitational Tournament, got a win, a 2-0 win against Urbandale. Nice 5A win there. And a win against, let's see if I can remember off the top of my head, Mount Pleasant, I believe, was the other one.
I believe that's right, Darvin. I wrote that down. Yes, it was.
2-0 on that one, too. All right, first serve goes to Skyla Beck. It's returned by Montezuma. Macy Welsh attacking from the left corner. Returned by Lily Ferry. Cervantes from the middle. Out of bounds, and Montezuma can't save it. Good effort there, but again, just too much speed for Montezuma, and it will be a point for South Tama.
Nice serve.
There's a set from Pargin. Paisley Bro goes right over the block. And a kill for the sophomore Paisley Bro. 2-0 on the second set. Third serve for senior Skyla Beck. Right to Burgess. Ferry from the corner. Tip over by Bro. Bounces high near the net.
Oh.
And it'll be a
Said
net
that.
violation, I believe, against South Tama. Kinsley Bariski going up there, and I think she went over the net.
I believe that's what he indicated, yes.
2-1, early second set. Montezuma to serve. Beck setting up Bariski. Good block there by Burgess. She's looked good.
She has.
That's kind of been the bright spot, I think, for Montezuma. Return from Bro. Battle at the net. Ferry is going to score the point for Montezuma. I think 2 touches was called there. Tied up 2-2. At the line, it'll be Addison Probasco. Crosses it up to Bro. Here comes Welsh into the block. Bro again to the middle. Controlled by Montezuma. And Lauren Larmar, the libero, unable to collect it in the middle. Kinsley Bariski will come away with the credit on that one. It just kind of came off the side of the block, but it just fell in an awkward angle. 3-2.
Yes. Let's see.
Scout Ridout coming in to serve now. Maddie Bariski also in this rotation. Looks similar to what we saw last set. And Ridout will score the ace as Larmore unable to get it controlled along the back line, out of bounds. 4-2. So a couple freshmen having an impact. Kinsley Bariski, and here's Scout Ridout. Service error into the net. Point to Montezuma. Ridout will check out. Paisley Bro comes back in. Serve now from Chloe Snook.
Well, she really gets that ball down low.
She does. And a good job by Cailey
Yeah.
Brown digging it out. A whistle. And a net violation. I think Montezuma went underneath the net when they weren't supposed to.
Yeah, Cailey Brown has been digging those out, and she's been getting really low to do that.
And that was a question mark I had for this team. Is Natalie Meek was the libero for South Tama last year. She graduates. We didn't see a lot of, or at least I did not see a lot of Cailey Brown at that position. And she's really looking pretty good here in this first broadcast of ours. That'll be an ace for South Tama. Kinsley Bariski, she had a big run in that first set, makes it 6-3. Bariski again. Kind of a rainbow shot. Burgess over the block. Nobody
really
home.
is placing that right in between our hitters. She's
Burgess starting to find her timing a little bit, I think.
yes.
And so Montezuma keeping pace here a little better in this second set. 6-4. Now the score. And will be just kind of a dunk over for South Tama. 7-4. Macy Welsh, senior captain, at the line. Serve right down the middle. Pushed over by Probasco. Here's Vanessa Veit setting up. Paisley Bro, big swing into the net, and it just can't get over. Seven to 5 as number 8, Taylor Wilcox, coming in for Probasco.
We don't want Montezuma to get a run going.
No, absolutely.
So we need to keep our enthusiasm. Ooh, nice.
Nice dig there by Bro.
That was nice.
Varsity has to kind of turn it into the middle, and that will fall. Another point for Montezuma as they climb back 7-6.
Montezuma's kind of getting their feel into this game
They
right
are,
now.
yeah. Burgess serving, and trouble at the net for Vanessa Veit. Falls to the ground, tie game, 7-7. Sydney Burgess, the sophomore, serving for Montezuma. The far side, down the middle, Brown digs it out. Riley Ridout into the block, saved, pushed over by Snook. Welsh to Varsity, back to Montezuma. Snook setting up Cailey Larmore. Bro, big shot down the line, and it's good for a point.
That was a really good kill by Paisley Bro.
Eight to 7 after the big swing by sophomore Paisley Bro. Here's team captain Jeanette Cervantes. She had a couple aces her last time out. Good save. Wow, that was a nice save by Lily Ferry. Returned by Wilcox. Veit setting up Bro in the corner. A little too long, out of bounds. That was a good back and forth there by Montezuma.
Yes, it was. Montezuma is feeling that they can stay in this.
Ava Pargin serving now for Montezuma. Floats it a little too long. Out of bounds. Point South Tama.
It was a nice break for us.
That's where we've done some damage at the service line.
Yes. Just need to take a big breath, get our feet back on the ground, and Cailey Brown is going to serve the ball.
Brown right down the middle. That'll be an ace for the senior, our third team captain. Kind of back to back to back there. Captains one after the other at the service line, and Larmore, the libero in the middle, just didn't get the right angle on it.
That's a nice serve right down the middle. Oh, it's a nice hit over by Bro.
Varsity tips it over at the net.
Oh.
Veit trying to one-hand it herself and just didn't get enough height into the net. Point Montezuma.
So it's 10-9. A lot closer game.
Serve here by Cailey Larmore. Return, bounced around. Montezuma kind of lost track of it there a little bit. Out of bounds, point to the Trojans.
Skylar Beck.
Now up to serve Skylar Beck. Down the middle, received by Burgess. Pargin the set. A little miscommunication there by Montezuma. Cervantes, one-hander, right down the middle. Pargin to Ferry, into the block.
Nice. Oh.
And that was kept alive by Ava Pargin.
Wow.
She dives to save it again. Still alive on the South Tama side. Nice volley here. Big swing by Bro. Popped up again. Varsity sends it back.
Volley.
Here's a set. Welsh floating it over. Received by Snook. Pushed over by Pargin. Brown and South Tama is not going to be able to pull it together, and the point will go to Montezuma. Credit. South Tama had them dead to rights in that one, and they kind of came back from nowhere.
Never gave up, did they? And they've got the enthusiasm right now.
(11-10). South Tama still leading by 1. Montezuma serving. Varsity pushes it over. Here comes Ferry in the corner, into the block. South Tama with the point. Credit
Nice
there
job.
to Kinsley Varsity and Macy Welsh on the 2-player block. kind of shut down the offense for Montezuma. 12-10 now.
So Bariski's been kind of floating that ball over the net. I just would really like to see her pound it over.
Yeah, we haven't seen the big kind of power swinging has come from Paisley Bro.
Right.
A year older. With Bennett, there's a serve out of bounds. Point to Montezuma. But, you know, to Paisley's credit, a sophomore, she spent a year, was in, varsity volleyball, wrestled with South Tama, had a nice wrestling season.
Yeah.
And you can see she's a little bigger, a little stronger this year.
The potential is there for them.
Absolutely. Swing into the net for Macy Welsh, and that ties it up at 12. This will be Chloe Snook serving. Just drips it over the edge of the net.
Yeah.
I don't blame Maddie Bariski for thinking that was going into the net. I thought it was going there too.
Yes, I did too.
First lead, I think, here for Montezuma.
It is. It's their first lead. We've been tied.
Snook right back to that corner. South Tama recovers.
Nice.
There's a kill. Paisley Bro feeling it.
That was a nice kill by Bro.
13-all, midway through the second set. South Tama won the first one, 25-10. This one feeling a lot different.
Oh.
Kinsley
Too
Bariski.
long. Now we don't want the power then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
13-14 after the service error. Maddie Bariski into the block, saved by Montezuma. Popped up high. Cailey Larmore sends it over. Beck, here comes Welsh in the corner. Tried the off speed, nothing there, and Sydney Burgess found a hole in the middle and dumped it straight through.
I think that is their weapon right there.
Yeah, that's where they've been finding success. We got a timeout. Coach Cantonwine forced to regroup the Trojans here a little bit. 2-point lead for Montezuma. We're going to take a quick break. Hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be right back after this. Trojan Country would like to say thank you to all of our local fall season sponsors. They include Gary Bock State Farm, Iowa Premium, MercyCare Tama, Stein-Hrabak Floor Coverings, Hrabak Lumber, Medicap Pharmacy, TFD Photo and Film, Kruse-Phillips Funeral Home, Marquess and Hoyer Law Office, Tommy Hexter for Iowa, S&S Car Wash, Darling Ingredients, The Pump, Scharnweber's, Eric H. Media, Assured Partners Insurance, State Bank of Toledo, and Appraisal and Real Estate Services. Welcome back live from the STC Roundhouse. Darvin Graham and Anita Townsley with you here live on the call. We are just coming out of a timeout. South Tama controlling the first set, starting strong in the first, but Montezuma kind of finding their footing here. They lead 15-13. Maddie Bariski, big swing in the corner. Ricochets out of bounds, point South Tama. That's what South Tama's Sam Cantonwine was looking for out of that break.
Yes.
Another underclassman making strides here tonight. Macy Welsh serving, out of bounds. 14-16 now.
We've had a few of those service errors, and that
was our the service line was our strong suit in that first set, and this time it's been a little different.
Nice dig, Cailey.
Tipped over by Riley Ridout. Good block there by Riley Ridout, and a save by Burgess and Larmore. Bariski into the block. And too many touches called against South Tama. 17-14 now, a 3-point lead. Still plenty of time to catch the set back, but South Tama's going to have to find some momentum somewhere. Burgess crosses it up, picked up by Welsh. She sends it over. Good.
There we go.
Good attack there by Macy Welsh. Chloe Snook couldn't hang on, and it goes down for a point. Maddie Boriski checks out. Jeanette Cervantes in, she will serve. Right down the middle, Cervantes, another ace.
Nice job.
I haven't kept count. I think that's maybe 3, possibly 4 aces for, maybe not 4, but that might have been the 3rd for Cervantes. 16-17. Cervantes again. Goes to Burgess this time. Snook trying to get to the edge of the net, and the return by Burgess just was a little short. It'll be another point, and that ties it up. We're 17 all here. Coming down the stretch of this second set, Jeanette Cervantes serves again. Finding her spots. Lily Ferry returns it for Montezuma.
Oh.
Rid out, big swing, but a block. Credit that one. That was Larmore and Wilcox on the defense. And they'll get the point, 18-17, Montezuma leading. Ava Pargin coming to the line to serve for Montezuma. Welsh down the middle.
Nice.
Fastball, too much heat. We're tied again, 18-18, after the kill by Macy Welsh. And the Coach Cantwine talking to the scores table. I think we're ready to go. Cailey Brown serving now for South Tama. Pargin will set up Snook. She tips it into the block. And it's going to be a net violation against South Tama. Boriski and Veit were there. Just kind of an awkward collision there as the two teams kind of came together, and it just went Montezuma's way. Push over by Boriski, a little too much. And another 2-point lead for Montezuma, 20-18.
She's upset with herself on that one.
Brown picks up the shot. Bro goes right at Chloe Snook, and she knew right where to be. Calling a block, and another timeout. Coach Cantwine trying to help her team hold on to this second set.
Yeah, they just need to regroup and fill in some of those holes that they were.
Coming out of this timeout, South Tama in their back line will have Cailey Brown, the libero, Jeanette Cervantes, Macy Welsh in the front, Vanessa Veit, the setter, in the front left corner, and then Bro and Kinsley Boriski rounding out the front. Coming out of this timeout at the line for Montezuma, it'll be Kylie Larmore, the senior captain. In the front will be Wilcox, Ferry, and Snook. And the serve is away. We have a whistle. Another violation. I'm not quite sure what the call was there, but they're going to replay. It's going to be a replay of the serve, so no points awarded. It stays with Montezuma. Here's Paisley Bro, tip over into the middle. Montezuma just not enough bodies underneath that one, and it goes down for a point. South Tama hanging on here late in the second.
So that helps.
And now Skyla Beck will make her way to the service line. Good serve down the middle. Burgess Firing and a kill for sophomore Sydney Burgess. That one looked good.
Yeah, Burgess is kind of having her way with us right now.
Yep, she's gotten what she wanted.
Yes.
But South Tama's, they definitely have, it's a mismatch at several positions in South Tama's favor. And so Montezuma's, unable to kind of go to Burgess every single time. Here's the serve now. South Tama trailing again by 2. Holy cow.
That was a kill by Bro.
There's that big outside hitter swing from Paisley Bro. Just firing one into the corner.
That was beautiful.
20-22, back to 2 points. And here comes Scout Ridout, the freshman. She'll come in to serve. Low serve right in the middle, popped up by Pargin. And nobody's there, nobody picks it up underneath. Point South Tama. And credit that off of the serve from Scout Ridout there, because if it doesn't go as low as it doesn't get popped up short in front of the net.
Yeah.
So that was really, credit to her.
Yes.
Second serve, this one a little more gas down to the back line. Here's Burgess again.
Oh,
good
nice
save by Skyla Beck, but a block. So Sydney Burgess, the kill attempt, South Tama recovers. Burgess cuts to the corner, gets the block and the point. So she's kind of doing it all here for Montezuma.
She is.
23-21. South Tama with this, this point in the match. There's a nice swing. Nice. Macy Welsh keeping pace for the Trojans here. At this point, having to win by 2, every point matters. Even if they, kind of stay trailing.
Right.
They want to keep alive.
Yeah, because we have to win by 2.
Kinsley Bariski serving now for STC.
Nice serve.
Little off balance return by Burgess. Bariski to Maddie Bariski. Ferry keeps it alive, and that'll be a point to the Trojans. Too many hits for Montezuma. We're tied. Tie game. What a set here. South Tama came out early. Montezuma overtook them, and it's been, South Tama kind of in the back seat, but here they have tied it up. Welsh. And Bariski one-hands it over to Lauren Larmore. Ferry will dump it in the donut. And that forces set point here. Well, not set point. We got a 1 point. No, it would be. 25-23 would win it. So we are at set point.
Right. She's just landing it right in front of our back line.
Yeah.
Oh.
Costly and untimely error there by Montezuma as Ferry puts it into the net, tying it back up at 24. And this is who you want to have here. South Tama putting their senior Macy Welsh at the line. She had a big run in the first set. Let's see what she's got here. Right into the back line. Snook to Burgess. They go right to her. And we got another violation, at the line. A 1 point awarded to Montezuma, and that brings up set point again as we go.
Oh, they got that point, yes.
Set point here, Burgess serving for Montezuma. Low serve right to Cailey Brown. That was good effort there by Riley Ridout, kind of keeping things alive. Bro with the dig. Welsh, the one hand. Not enough at the net. And the Trojans fall short in set 2. We've got ourselves a match here. 26-24 the final in set number 2. Montezuma staying alive. We're going to step away. We'll be right back with set 3 here in a moment. Welcome back live from the STC Roundhouse. Darvin Graham and Anita Townsley here with you as we get ready to start set number 3 between South Tama and Montezuma. Just had a barn burner of a second set after South Tama kind of got going and had a really dominant first set. Came down to extras in set number 2, and Montezuma won 26-24. So they are alive and kicking here in this, what has been a very been a familiar opponent for South Tama. I think we didn't play last year. There was the game was canceled due to an unfortunate event in the Montezuma community, and but I think 4 years before that we played. And South Tama's been on a winning streak in that matchup since that time, but Montezuma kind of showing their resolve here.
Yes, they did.
In 24. All right, we are ready to roll here in set number 3. First serve goes to Montezuma. Trouble at the net for the Trojans. Bounces around a couple times, falls for a point. And Montezuma staying ahead. This is Addison Probasco serving for Montezuma. Strong shot in the corner from Paisley Bro. It ricochets out of bounds. Point to the South Tama Trojans. Here's Skyla Beck, first serve for South Tama in this third set. Chloe Snook going right at Welsh in the middle.
So, who's in the net? Is that what that call was?
I don't know. South, that has definitely, been an emerging issue for South Tama here. Is these penalties have definitely leaned more towards the Trojans than they have for Montezuma. So 2-1 after the penalty. Here's Paisley Bro again, another big swing. She's leading this team in kills by a country mile. I think she's had, coming into this one 30, if I remember correctly, and nobody else had been over 10.
Wow.
And you can see why here tonight. She's looking real strong. 2-2 after the kill by Bro. And that brings up Scout Ridout to serve. Ridout goes right at Larmore. She picks it up. Has trouble down the line. And South Tama, that was close. The net judge had to go to the out of bounds official, and it will get waived in favor of South Tama. Three to 2.
Oh, that was a nice serve.
And Ridout fired up. And a timeout called by Coach Burgess. The ace from Scout Ridout makes it 4-2 as we go into the timeout here. Some updates you on some results from South Tama's cross-country meet. Took place on Tuesday. A very different lineup for South Tama, graduating a big group of seniors from their boys team that made history going to the state tournament or the state meet last year. And so South Tama just had 2 varsity competitors running at Williamsburg. It was 2 of our boys. Junior Barrett Jacina finished 4th with a time of 17:11:45. And junior Giovanni Perez finished 59th with a time of 20:58:66. He had several JV runners competing. And we talked to Coach Tynesma earlier this week. And his message was that you're just a lot of younger runners and hoping to kind of move some of those runners into the varsity ranks as the season progresses. Another ace here for Scout Ridout. As she goes right to that back line. And that just seems like a footwork issue for Montezuma as they're not kind of reacting quick enough to get themselves behind the ball. This time they return it. Maddie Bariski tips it over from the corner. Snook setting up Burgess.
Oh, nice dig.
Good dig there by Ridout. Ferry, the swing. Another dig by Ridout. Boriski goes right back at Larmore. Burgess into the block, and she's got the advantage. Sydney Burgess, we got her listed at 6 foot, playing like a 6-footer here.
Yes, she is.
5-3. As Ridout rotates out after, I think that's her biggest kind of run at the service line tonight. Riley Ridout swinging hard. And the swing was out of bounds, but there was a net violation that was called first by the judge at the scorer's table. And it gets overturned by the other judge, so we're going to have to have a talk about it. So things are going to pause temporarily as the judges will confer. If you haven't been down into residential Toledo, get yourself down and have a look at the progress of the middle school facility. Is a lot of work has been progressing quickly. It is a very different looking site than it was 6 months ago even. And from what I hear, they're hoping to kind of get things ready to go for next school year, and hopefully before that even.
Well, the body language from South Tama is not very good right now.
No, I think it's going to get, from what we see here, it looks like it's going to go to Montezuma.
It does, and it did.
So 5-4 after, there will be, I think, no violation, and the out of bounds attack by Ridout will stand as a point for Montezuma. Welsh overpowering Burgess at the line. Point South Tama, 6-4. Cailey Brown now serving. Right to Ferry. And
she just misjudged that.
And it looked like it was going to go straight in the air, and it kind of just came forward a little faster than Cailey Brown thought.
Yes.
6-5. We're going to get the scoreboard adjusted here.
Burgess is serving for Montezuma.
Skylar Beck setting up Boriski. She passes it over. Burgess. Snook. Now to Probasco. And South Tama kind of unable to get the bodies in place where they needed to. Tied up at 6-6. Burgess again, right down the middle. Low serve, and the Trojans can't dig it out.
That was a very low serve. Cailey Brown sure tried.
7-6 now. A little run here for Sydney Burgess at the service line. Beck setting up Boriski. Ferry picks it up. Pushed over, tapped out of bounds by Maddie Boriski, and South Tama drops another one here. Nine to 6, another 3-point lead. That's kind of where they were at in the third set. They maintained that 3-point advantage until the very end. This is Kylie Larmore in the corner, and she'll fire a shot down in the back corner for a point. Give her the kill. Timeout called by Coach Cantwine. Coming up for South Tama tomorrow night, first home game for the STC football team. They're hosting Charles City. Kickoff of the varsity game set for 7:30. We'll have full coverage here on Trojan Country. If you can't make it out, please do stop out and cheer on the Trojans if you're in town. I think it's going to be a beautiful night to be outside. So no better time of year to get out and cheer on the Trojans football team before it gets cold and rainy and all the things that we love so much about the month of October. But if you can't make it, if you're out of town or just can't make it out, we will have video coverage for you here on Trojan Country. Pre-game show beginning at 6:30 and kickoff at 7:30. Will be myself, George Cuter, fresh off of retirement from the STC Middle School.
Oh, that'll be great.
Love to hear how he's doing.
Yeah.
And Coach Nate Van Dyke will be on the call tomorrow. Coming out of this timeout here, 9-6 the lead for Montezuma. The serve is successful. South Tama returns it. Tip over, back to the Trojan side. Skyla Beck. Paisley Bro punches it over. Oh my goodness. Chloe Snook just a teardrop into the back corner. I don't know if South Tama could have got that one if they tried. Ten to 6 now. Third set. Good effort there by number 15 for Montezuma, and just not quite able to get underneath of it quick enough. Point to the Trojans, so they climb back to within 3. Big swing there by Taylor Wilcox. The return by Paisley Bro, and she does a little line work. Right on the baseline, Paisley Bro getting the serve back for South Tama. Not a moment too soon here as they trail by 2. That'll be an ace for Macy Welsh. Montezuma caught sleeping there a little bit. I think they weren't sure who was going to pick it up, and it just fell down for a point. 10-9 here for Macy Welsh on her second serve. Goes right to the backside at Ferry, and Ferry can't hang on. Tie game, 10-all, as an ace will drop for the senior. And we have a stoppage as the official's going to talk with the team captains. Not entirely sure what about. Macy Welsh serving for South Tama. Snook setting up Wilcox.
Oh, nice job.
And it'll be an error into the net. Trojans take the lead here, 11-10. Let's see if we can find a run as we get to the middle part of this third set. Montezuma winning set 2, so this is going to have to go at least 4 tonight. Here's Vanessa Veit setting up Maddie Boriski.
There we go.
Into the block.
Good job.
And good aim there by the sophomore Maddie Boriski, and that drops it in. 2-point lead for South Tama. South Tama's student section with the Hawaiian theme. Had a lot of patterned shirts and leis and sunglasses and such. And that one was
so
called out of
close,
bounds. Yeah, so the serve out of bounds. And just when you needed to kind of go on a run here, the service error will stop things up. Ava Pargin serving now for Montezuma. Cailey Brown to Boriski. There's a big swing. And it'll go into the block. Good effort there by the freshman, but it was blocked well by Cailey Larmore, and it goes out of bounds on the or it drops good for Montezuma, and that ties it back up at 12. Paisley Bro into the back line. Big swing by Larmore. Boriski dropping it in. Too many touches, and that'll be a point for the Trojans.
Well, our student section has come alive again.
Yeah, it's good to see.
That's good to see. It's a nice serve by Cervantes.
Jeanette Cervantes really strong tonight at the service line. Last year she was called upon as a hitter. Really saw her in the front corners quite often. And this season with some of the South Tama's length and height, she's been more of a back row player, but really getting it done at the service line tonight here as another point goes down for the Trojans. 15-12.
I hope they can keep this momentum going.
Yeah, another one drops as Cervantes on a roll here. Yeah, get as many points as we can here while we got the senior. Another ace. And Lily Ferry in that back line has had some struggles. And South Tama's kind of sussed that out. A timeout called by Coach Burgess. And now a 3-point lead for the Trojans. Coming down to the 20-point mark here in set number 3. Kind of a critical set is that, it tips the pressure, so far in one direction for this next team to grab this third set here.
Right.
Next broadcast for the volleyball team will be back here at home on Thursday. South Tama hosts Des Moines Hoover. It was a 3-set sweep the last time those two teams met last year over in Des Moines. And they're switching locations for this season. So we'll get them at home. We'll have that live for you here on Trojan Country if you can't make it out. So fall season in full swing now as we're coming out of this timeout. Jeanette Cervantes at the line. Again, this is what, her 5th, maybe 6th serve. I don't know quite how many, but she's on a nice little run. And Macy talking things through with her coach, Sam Cantonwine. And I think we are ready to go. All right, Cervantes right down the middle again. Pargin will set it up. Big swing there by Larmore. A little too long, out of bounds. Point to South Tama.
And Cervantes is having quite a run right here. I hope she can keep going.
Cervantes again, right down the line this time. Here comes a swing by Burgess. Into the middle, good
nice
diving
job
dig.
by Cervantes.
Larmore crosses it up.
Brown.
Cailey Brown. Veit setting up Bro.
Oh,
What a dig there by Sydney Burgess.
nice job.
Kept alive. On the Montezuma side, here's Larmore. The pace slowing a little bit. Welsh just misses the back line a little too far. Great effort by both teams on that one.
It sure was. I thought there was a touch there, but obviously not. Oh, Montezuma gave it right back to us with a net serve.
So apologies on our score. I think we got behind there for just a second. We're looking at 19-13 is where we're supposed to be. There we go. That'll bring up Kinsley Boriski to the line to serve now as South Tama nearing 20 points with a 6-point lead. I would not remain comfortable. This, 6 points is a good lead, but plenty of time for Montezuma to recover. Chloe Snook sends it over. Pargin looking for Ferry. She dumps it over the block. Good diving save by Welsh. Nobody home in that far corner. It will drop, and it'll be a point for Montezuma. Larmore comes out. Wilcox comes out. In comes Lauren Larmore. And Addison Probasco will come to the line now. Right at the middle. Cervantes, Veit. Kind of a fadeaway tip over there by Bro. Burgess over the block. Dig by Brown. Bro the return. And it'll be just kind of a two-handed pass over for Ferry. There's a kill by Ridout. But Burgess saw her coming a mile away and had the block locked and loaded, and it dropped for a point. Montezuma climbing back into this one here. And the serve off the arms of Cailey Brown. It was a good serve there by Probasco. And that forces a timeout. 16-19 after the ace by Addison Probasco. Another really nice program getting put together this year. South Tama softball families, parents, volunteers kind of coming together to put together an open gym style event happening on Saturdays. You can see here softball Saturdays will happen at Toledo Heights Park. And so this is open to any girls in grades 2 through 8. If you just want to come out, work on your softball skills, have some other players to throw and hit with, that'll be available starting tomorrow night or tomorrow morning, Saturdays from 9 to 11, probably until the weather gets bad. Coming out of this timeout, still a 3-point lead for South Tama. And there's a good block by Paisley Bro, kind of crunching it through that far corner. 20-16 now.
So we just need to finish this.
Yeah, this is an important point here right now. Snook tipping it over. Brown to Welsh, into the block. Sydney Burgess really patrolling there in the front of the net. 17-20. I just don't think Montezuma is going to go away in this set. South Tama is going to have to kind of scratch and claw for every one of these last points here. What a serve. Chloe Snook. Just kind of a sinker. If you're thinking about baseball, it was just kind of a sinking serve over the lip of the net. 2018. Here's Skyla Beck setting up Welsh. Snook to Ferry, off balance. She returns it. Beck with the set. Big swing by Bro. High. And Montezuma recovers. And South Tama trouble in that back line. And that's, new positions for a lot of these players, particularly on that back line. We saw Ashley Finch, Millie Mathis Henley, Natalie Meek, Mary Kate Frakes, a lot of seniors graduating out of that roster. There's a big swing by Paisley Bro. And so she will push it ahead to 21-19. So some new members kind of figuring things out in the back line. Here's Scout Ridout serving now. Goes right at Lauren Larmore. Tipped over by Montezuma. Welsh.
Oh, nice job.
From the corner. Big attack there by the senior. 22-19. South Tama trying to close this one out. And then the pressure could get shifted to Montezuma in what could be a final fourth set. Burgess, right at Maddie Bariski.
Nice
Saw it coming a mile away. She had the jump locked in and dumped it over for a point. 23-19. South Tama can feel it. Burgess,
that was a good
right at
hit.
Riley Ridout. Good swing from her. And Burgess again, the go-to for Montezuma. Rotation out. Larmore, the libero, coming out. Kylie Larmore coming in at hitter. This is Ferry serving, and she drops in an ace. Like we said, Montezuma not going away here. 23-21. Little drip over by Riley Ridout.
Nice.
Big moments here for junior Riley Ridout. We didn't see a lot of her in that first or second set here, but a couple of big points at crunch time. 24-21, set point for the Trojans. This is Cailey Brown, senior captain, serving now. Low serve right down the middle. Snook to Burgess. That's who they want now. Maddie Boriski tipping it over. Pushed over by Snook. One hit to go. Boriski one-hands it. Right at Kylie Larmore. Larmore again, right in the line.
Oh, nice job, Cailey.
Cailey Brown with the dig.
All right.
And that's Macy Welsh closing it out. What a hit.
Woo.
South Tama's crowd letting them know. And the Trojans come away in set 3, 25-21. We go to a deciding, what could be a deciding fourth set. We're gonna step away. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We got a barn burner here at the Roundhouse tonight. Great way to start out the year. We'll be back after this. Listen, switching to Gary Bock State Farm was one of the best decisions I've ever made. About 3 years ago, we moved our personal business over to Gary Bock, and I couldn't be happier with the results. Not only did we save a ton on our rates, but the entire experience was really smooth and hassle-free. Gary and his team are always quick to communicate, and they're available whenever we need them, which is so important in today's fast-paced world. What I love most is that they're locally owned and operated. When you go in there, you know who you're looking at, you know who you're going to see, and that's a huge thing. They truly understand the diverse needs of our community and provide outstanding customer service that's both personal and professional. With over 125 five-star ratings on Google, it's clear I'm not the only one who feels this way. Everybody loves working with Gary Bock. If you're looking for affordable rates and a team that genuinely cares, I highly recommend Gary Bock State Farm Insurance in Toledo. You won't be disappointed. Gary Bock State Farm, here to help life go right.
Meet Tommy Hexter, a fresh voice ready to represent Iowa House District 53. Born and raised with values rooted in hard work, Tommy knows what it means to roll up his sleeves and get things done. At just 24, he's already built a record of service and dedication to rural communities. Tommy believes in running our government like a responsible business, reinvesting in what matters most, our people. He's standing up for public education because our kids deserve the same top-notch learning experience Iowa was once known for. He's fighting for small businesses and family farms to keep more money right here in our communities and to challenge the big corporations that want to take over. And most importantly, Tommy is committed to ensuring everyone has access to good food, healthcare, and housing, because no one should be left behind. This November 5th, vote for Tommy Hexter, the candidate who's not just another politician, but someone who truly cares about our future. Join us in making sure Iowa remains the fields of opportunity for all. Paid for by Tommy Hexter for Iowa.
So I have to say, I've watched a lot of Montezuma basketball and watched Coach Burgess coach, and her husband coaches alongside her in basketball.
Yep.
And they both coach, they work that sideline, both of them do, and I was just enjoying kind of watching him. He's got a lot of enthusiasm.
Yeah, he's really gotten into it here.
He has.
Good energy in the crowd both ways tonight.
Yeah, so South Tama starts out with Hrabak. And they're returning the serve. Oh, good teamwork. Macy Welch recovered with that one. Cailey Brown did a nice. And the kill was just out.
Point to Montezuma to start things off here in this fourth set. South Tama winning set number 3. 25-21, a close one, but South Tama kind of pulled away midway in.
But that was a super, super low serve that just grabbed the ground for Montezuma. So it's 0-2, Montezuma leads. And a net serve gets us on the board. So it's now 1-2. Scout Ridout's coming in to serve for South Tama. Scores 1-2. Go right down the middle. Oh, Montezuma just couldn't handle that. So the score is tied now, 2-2.
2-2 with Scout Ridout, the freshman. Her and her sister transferring over from North Tama last year.
But a nice addition.
Yeah, really have contributed tonight and been a part of things this early part of the season. There's a big swing by Sydney Burgess. South Tama recovers on defense, sends it back over. Ridout pops it up from the back line. Maddie Boriski goes right to Probasco. And we've got another net violation against South Tama. It would have been out of bounds, point to the Trojans. But the violation will cost South Tama a point and the serve. 3-2 now.
Burgess just tapped that one over for a score for Montezuma.
Here's Skylar Beck setting up Maddie Boriski. Good dig there by Addison Probasco. Burgess slaps it over. Trojans recover. Passed over to the Montezuma side. Burgess just kind of floated it around the block there of South Tama. Big swing by Bro to send it back to Montezuma. Ferry with the shot. Recovered well by Brown. Ferry again, this time into the two-person block. Diving save by Skylar Beck. And the kill error against
just went into
Paisley
the net.
Bro into the net. Early start here for Montezuma. It's going to be best of 5. And so if Montezuma can win this one, they'll force a kind of sudden death 5th set, best of to 15 points instead of 25. There's a block by Burgess, and all of a sudden a 4-point lead now for Montezuma in set 4. Maddie Boriski rolls it over the top of Sydney Burgess's outstretched arms. Burgess drops it in, back to Montezuma. The return, good block there by Maddie Boriski, picked up by Riley Ridout. And the one-hander by Cailey Brown sails out of bounds.
And I think Coach Ketmoyne's seen enough.
We have a timeout as South Tama is going to talk things over.
South Tama just needs to regroup and
yeah, plenty of time. I mean, very early on here in this fourth one, but you really you don't want kind of the mental side of things to start to snowball. You know, especially having to go into that 5th one.
Exactly.
You really don't want to put yourself in that position.
Right.
And you know, if South Tama is unable to come away with this tonight, you know, they're going to look back and see they've had so many opportunities. And we're back underway out of the timeout. It'll be a point to South Tama as the return by Riley Ridout goes out of bounds. So that'll make it 8-2. Maddie Boriski from the corner, loops it in. Lily Ferry, good diving save by Skylar Beck, but the back line for South Tama unable to close out quick enough. And we go to 9-2 now, the score. Here's Chloe Snook, one of the setters for Montezuma serving. Big swing there by Macy Welsh, out of bounds. Point Montezuma here. Montezuma, all the momentum in this fourth set, really been back and forth. First and third set were kind of South Tama's from a momentum standpoint, and Montezuma coming out quick as they get another one to drop in the middle.
So this game looks like the first game.
It does, yep, really quick. Things moving along really quick. We're gonna step away for 30 seconds. We'll be back after the timeout. Welcome back, live from the Roundhouse, coming out of this timeout. South Tama trailing in this fourth set, 11-2. Montezuma serving. The serve is returned back onto the Montezuma side. A nice block effort there by Riley Ridout. Macy Welsh and Maddie Boriski kind of coming together and putting a wall up against Montezuma to, let's see here, is that some kind of an error? Because I don't see. It must have been, so that did not go South Tama's way. And another point drops just a moment ago here for Montezuma. So 13-2 is your score as things escalating here in this fourth set. Maddie Boriski
there
gets one to go. 3 now for the Trojans.
So we just need a run.
Yeah, we do, and it's come from the service line.
Yes, it has.
Jeanette Cervantes has really contributed when we've got around to her, and so that'll be a big opportunity, hopefully. Serve here from Cailey Brown is returned out of bounds. Point to the Trojans. Here's what could be a start. 2 straight points, making it 13-4 in the fourth. Cailey Brown again. Good low serve right down the middle. Push over by Ferry. Beck setting up Bro. Right through Sydney Burgess. That time Paisley Bro kind of eyed it correct and got one to drop. 13-5 after the big lead early in this one for Montezuma. South Tama 3 straight points. Timeout called. Coach Burgess now wants to talk things over with Montezuma. And so again, upcoming broadcast for Trojan Country will be live tomorrow night for the football game against Charles City. Those games have been close. Each time we've seen Charles City, this will be our 4th straight year playing the Comets, and each time I think the average margin of victory has been 8.2 points. I added it up. And so on paper, it could be one of the better matchups for South Tama. So make sure to come out and cheer on the Trojans, help them get the win in week 2. Coming out of this timeout, 13-5, the serve from Cailey Brown. And again, Sydney Burgess, she'll be the player of the game if Montezuma pulls this thing out, because she has really been the MVP for this roster tonight. Lily Ferry serving. Maddie Boriski goes right at the corner. And it falls in front of the net again. 15-5. So South Tama just having trouble putting things together, and the pace is picking up for Montezuma. Macy Welsh, good look there in the corner. Just kind of floated it a little too high, out of bounds, 16-5.
I think that first game was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
They kind of let off a little bit.
They did.
And then now here in this kind of second act of this this match tonight, things changed up a little bit. So we got a point for South Tama. Macy Welsh serving, returned by Ferry. Vite to Boriski. Off speed, floats it in the middle. Cailey Larmore unable to get it over the net. Kill error for Montezuma, and that'll make it 16-7.
A long ways to go, but.
Yep. And South Tama can win it here if they can make this comeback. Otherwise, it'll get forced to a fifth and final set. Point to the Trojans as Welsh's serve rattles around inside the Montezuma defense and falls to the ground. Snook setting up Burgess. There she is. Good dig by Macy Welsh. Burgess into the block.
Nice job.
The Boriski sisters looking tough. Right in the face of Sydney Burgess, and she's coming up a little sore there, stretching things out. Hope she's all right. She gives a thumbs up. She's ready to go, and South Tama on a little bit of a run here. And Burgess with the swing and the point. No, that'll be South Tama's point. There we go. Macy Welsh still serving, gets sent over by Cailey Larmore, and that'll be a point for Montezuma.
So we made up some points. Or now we need to get it back again.
Yeah, we kind of got halfway there,
yes.
and we still have plenty of work to do after that kill by Larmore makes it 10-17. Now Burgess serving. Boriski again with the off speed, right to Larmore. Snook will just pass it over. Vite with the set. Boriski the kill. Stays alive for South Tama, returned by Welsh. Swing from Larmore, and it will just kind of bend around the arm of Macy Welsh. Out of bounds, point Montezuma.
So Jeanette Cervantes is back in, and she's been great at the line tonight.
(18-11). After South Tama gets the point.
All right.
And now 12. Trojans kind of keeping pace here, but they gotta make a push into this lead. Cervantes floats it out of bounds, and so that'll be the shortest run, I think, for Jeanette Cervantes, as she really came on at the service line for South Tama early on. But now 19-12 as the score approaching set point here. And a few points. Pargin the serve. Vite tips it over. Lauren Larmore returns it to Cervantes. Big swing by Paisley Bro, and it finds a home just in front of the Montezuma net. Can South Tama make the comeback and close this out tonight against Montezuma? The ball on the South Tama side, a big swing by Paisley Bro. Ava Pargin does a good job to kind of go into the bench to save it, but it'll go out of, or it'll fall to the ground. Point South Tama, and that will come off of the attack of Paisley Bro. Good job to her. Kinsley Boriski serving now. Snook fires from the corner. Riley Ridout dumps it in the middle, and it'll be a point, South Tama. Timeout for Montezuma.
So they're coming back.
Yeah, within 4. Not much room for error here now.
Not much at all, no.
Big Cy-Hawk game coming up this Saturday, I believe. A 2:30 kickoff, if memory serves.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Really a fun week 1 for both teams, as they both had big victories against their first week opponents. And Iowa coming out gave us a scare in that first half. Oh my goodness. I thought we were in for another season like we've seen the last couple, and then something happened at halftime and we saw a completely different team. So looking forward to that on Saturday. Out of this timeout, Kinsley Boriski serving. And a kill error. Chloe Snook unable to get it up and over. Point to the Trojans. Within 3 now.
The Trojans are fighting back.
Kinsley Boriski with the serve. Popped up by Larmore. And Cailey Larmore out of bounds. And here now the pressure coming up against Montezuma as they have led, came out big to start this set. Can they keep their composure and stay alive here in the 4th? 2-point lead for Montezuma. It was as wide, I think, as maybe 8. Boriski serving. Larmore back to Boriski. Here comes Jeanette Cervantes from the back line. Popped up by Pargin. One-hander. Oh, my goodness.
Nice
oh, my
job.
goodness. Paisley Bro, flat on her stomach, saves it. It's still alive. And what a hit there by Captain Cailey Larmore. Just laces it down the sideline and putting it down for a point. South Tama kind of coming back from the dead there in that volley, but Montezuma ready to go, and they get the point. Paisley Bro over the block. One-hander, and it falls in front of South Tama's net. And that was just kind of a backyard football play. I think Snook just kind of threw her arm out there, and it happened to make contact.
Oh, nice. Nice job.
South Tama staying in it here, but they still have work to do.
They do.
21-18. Now it'll be Skyla Beck, one of the more higher efficiency servers for South Tama last season.
Oh.
And she will send it just too far out of bounds.
I should like to have that one back.
She would, yeah, that was a tough spot to send it out of bounds. 22-18 now. Paisley Bro with the kill from the left corner.
Wow.
19-22. The score after the big swing from the sophomore hitter. Scout Ridout and Maddie Boriski will check in. Ridout to the line. She's had some success at the service line. A couple of aces, I think, for her. A big moment here for a freshman, though. Good serve right down the middle. Pargin pops it up. And another violation will be costly for the Trojans.
Is that a net violation that's happening?
I didn't catch what it was.
Sure
I think there's
either.
different things happening. To be honest, I don't know the hand signals well enough to kind of decipher what these penalties are.
Gotcha.
As the players getting ahead of themselves a little bit here, the officials making sure the rotations get in where they need to be, and we're underway. This was Chloe Snook's serve. Returned by Skyla Beck. 23-19 the score. Burgess. Yeah, Cailey Brown had to dive to get that one, and nobody was behind her to pick up the back line. She's slow to get back up, and now set point here as we had a rally by South Tama midway into this one, but Montezuma has really pulled away here late in this fourth. Pushed over by Brown. This is set point, 24-19. Brown pops it up again. Paisley Bro swinging hard into the back line. A battle at the net. Macy Welsh comes out on top. Welsh and Burgess head to head. They just kind of come at the ball at the same moment.
They did.
And it will fall for South Tama. 4 points until we can tie it up. Cailey Brown, the captain, serving for South Tama. Burgess tips it over.
Oh.
Brown with the heads-up play, but it's just too far, and that will be it for set number 4. We are going to a 5th and final set. 25-20. Almost the reverse of what we saw in set 3, which is 25-21. So we are going to step away, and we'll be back with our 5th and final set here from the Roundhouse. Thanks for being with us. Welcome back live from the STC Roundhouse. We are headed to a 5th and final set. This is best of 15, or not best of 15, but first to 15. Still got to win by 2. South Tama coming out. I think we've got an injury as Cailey Brown getting attended to by one of the coaches on the sideline. So our opening rotation will look a little different here to start. In the front line, we'll have Macy Welsh, Riley Ridout, Paisley Bro, and in the back line to start, Skyla Beck, Kinsley Boriski, and Jeanette Cervantes. Okay, here comes Cailey now, so she's going to rotate out for Kinsley. And It will be Skylar Beck to serve.
So I'd like to see them play like they did in that first.
Yeah, come out quick,
match
come out with some confidence. Beck's first serve, successful. Setting up a shot from Burgess. There's a running put over by Welsh. Ferry over the block, and it goes. She finds one. Big moment there for junior Lily Ferry. And Montezuma again opens up with the first point of this set. I think they had the first one last time out too.
Yes, they did.
This will be Addison Probasco serving. Cervantes picks it up, tip over by Riley Ridout. Burgess back over to South Tama side. And Paisley Bro on the attack a little too far. Out of bounds, 2-1. Another serve from Probasco. Here's a running look.
Was that Paisley Bro?
That was Paisley Bro.
Oh, wow. She's had quite a night, really.
Kind of crosses it up, diagonal kill shot, and it is good for a point. 2-1. South Tama needs to keep things close, if not pull a lead together here, as we're only going to 15. Much less room for error. Scout Ridout with the ace. Timely shot there for the freshman. Two to two as the freshman Scott Ridout serving again. Right down the middle, dug out by Probasco. And that will be Sydney Burgess.
So she's just hitting it right on the edge, it feels like.
Yeah, she's really kind of dialed in, you know, her attacking, you know, on the sidelines. More often than not, they're falling complete. 3-2, lead for Montezuma. Maddie Boriski sends it over. Probasco setting up Ferry, one-handed save by Bro. Punched over by Boriski. And a kill error by Ferry into the net. Tied at 3.
Cailey Brown's back up serving again.
Brown serve
Nice
into
serve.
the corner. Burgess into a 3-player block. And that's tough when you're sending 3 up high like that. I'm not sure if the back row needs to be coming in quicker or kind of crashing in to be able to catch some of those, you know, kind of rejections that fall short. But that was a point for Montezuma there. And Burgess will be unable to get it up and over the closeout by Macy Welsh. And we're tied again at 4. I think this feels like it's going down to the wire, which is exciting.
Doesn't it?
Love to have a close game at the Roundhouse.
They're all playing hard.
Snook setting up Larmore, and she fires a little too hard. Out of bounds, right to the South Tama bench. First lead of the set now, 5-4 for South Tama. Paisley Bro.
Oh, nice job.
Again with a big swing, just too much power there for the defense of Montezuma. 6-4, a 2-point lead. Macy Welsh serving now for the Trojans. Welsh going to the corner right at Ferry. Boriski swinging hard into the block. Montezuma stays alive. Veit setting up Bro, and that one sails high.
That one was high.
Out of bounds.
She even kind of looked at that like, what was that?
Yeah. Sydney Burgess serve.
Nice.
Will get knocked out of bounds. The kill for Madison Boriski. And South Tama maintaining their lead. The student section getting to their feet.
Just has a really nice serve.
Yep, she absolutely does. Veit with the set. Bro, the kill. Way high, up to the ceiling nearly. Returned by Taylor Wilcox. Boriski, just a two-hander over to the Montezuma side. Here comes an attack now from Cailey Larmore. Ricochets off the block, out of bounds, point Montezuma. 6-7, back and forth we go. Fifth and final set, if you're just tuning in. It was South Tama in the first, Montezuma in the second, then South Tama, and then Montezuma. And here we are in the sudden death 15-point fifth set. Some stoppage as our rotations need to get figured out here. Montezuma, or maybe a scoreboard issue, I'm not sure. Shout out to our South Tama scoreboard volunteers tonight. Keely Upa, Mike Carnahan, and Andrew Rutledge down there. There's a good serve by Ava Pargin. Went right at Kaylee Brown, and
Kaylee's been digging them out all night,
yeah,
though.
she's really been after it. She's had a full 5 sets here, and that ties it up at 7. Trouble at the net for Montezuma. They keep it alive. One pushover by Pargin. Back to South Tama. Veit to Boriski, and Tinsley Boriski, a timely kill in the middle. South Tama with a 1-point lead as we come to the halfway mark now in this fifth set.
We just need to take it home.
Back and forth. Bro right at Snook. She blocks it. Back to Montezuma's side now. Larmore. Riley Ridout punches it up. Diving players for Montezuma. It was Taylor Wilcox who saved it. Another dump over by Ridout. Wilcox again, the one-hander. South Tama kind of out of position here. And Bro tips it out of bounds. Tied again.
This is just a back and forth battle.
It is, yep.
And a shout out to our 2 line judges tonight, Steve Bearden and Bailey Barnes.
One-point lead for South Tama. Skylar Beck serving now. And a timeout. Montezuma wants to talk things over after the point drops for the Trojans. 10-8, don't go anywhere. We're going to bring this thing home one way or the other. Somebody's coming away with a win tonight.
That's for sure. They both teams have really battled tonight.
Yeah, and you like to see just a match go to 5 if you're either of these coaches. Putting your players in this sort of situation, you know, it's going to have an upside regardless of the outcome. Of course, both teams fighting for the win. But it would be the 3rd win for either team. South Tama in their first meet out, that was last Thursday, dropped 2 to a very talented AGWSR team, and then Iowa Falls Alden, and then went 2 and 3 at the Grinnell tournament on Saturday. Here we go, out of the timeout. Skyla Beck serves. Trojans with the 2-point lead. South Tama having to dive all over the place. Let's see if they can recover. Snook finds an opening.
She did.
And that'll be a point for Montezuma. Rotations coming now. As Wilcox, Larmore head out. Probasco to the line. Lily Ferry back in. Skyla Beck to Riley Ridout. Nobody home in the middle. And they can't get it over. South Tama with the point.
Way to go. A little dump
back to
over.
2 here.
Yep.
And credit to Riley Ridout. She's been dealing with some sort of lower body injury. I saw her in practice, has been limping a little bit, and today just does not seem 100%. But she's out there giving it her best, and she's had some key moments here.
Yes,
kind of in the
has.
middle of this one. Here's Beck setting up a big shot from Maddie Boriski, and that'll be a point. That's a good block there by Burgess and Snook. 1-point game again, 11-10. Chloe Snook serving now for Montezuma. And South Tama gets ready.
More talks with the judges.
Okay, here we go. On the Montezuma side, they go right at Cailey Brown. She pops it up. Boriski keeps it alive. Snook to Burgess in the middle, off the block. Skyla Beck is there to save it. One-hander by Boriski. Over to Larmore. Here comes Ferry, tapping it into the middle. Paisley Bro just having trouble with that backline shot tonight.
Yeah.
It looked good in the first, but I think things tightened up, and it doesn't take much for those, that aim to really get affected. And now we're tied again at 11. Macy Wells, trouble in the corner. It drops, and Montezuma back on top. That forces a timeout. We'll keep it here as we wait for the conclusion of this one. Coming up next week, what does things look like at the elementary for kind of second week of school?
Yeah.
We got the game ball on Friday. Any presentations, big things happening over at South Tama Elementary next week?
Not next week, but the following week is homecoming. The week of the September 16th through the 20th.
We should say, I believe the homecoming shirts have been for sale for a few days.
Yes.
I think that deadline is tomorrow.
It is tomorrow.
If you've been wanting one, go look at the South Tama Facebook. They have a post there with the information. I think you got to get a hold of a certain person and call that in. And then there's some parade information that was posted as well. We do plan to have the homecoming parade live on our Facebook Live if you can't make it out to that. Here we go. Out of the timeout. Montezuma with a 1-point lead. Paisley Bro from the back line. It goes off the block, out of bounds. There it goes.
There it goes. She's feeling good about that.
12-12. Riley Ridout rotates out.
Cailey Brown's going to serve.
Cailey Brown coming in. Another good low serve from the senior. Shot down the line. That was good. Montezuma back up by 1.
Back up by 1. We just seem to be missing that.
Ferry serving now for Montezuma. 2 Montezuma players dive to save it. It stays on the South Tama end. Macy Welsh dropping it in the middle. (13-all). And that will bring the senior Macy Welsh to the service line. Can South Tama close this out? 2 points can decide it. Kylie Larmore, Montezuma captain. Big shot. Defended well by South Tama. Push over by Snook. Veit pops it up. Good return by Bariski. Burgess.
Oh, nice job, Cailey Brown.
Setting up Larmore into the open space. Here's one shot from Paisley Bro, and it goes into the net.
Into the net.
Set point here at South Tama. And we have a timeout. Coach Cantwine going to talk things over as we look at set point.
And Burgess is serving.
Sydney Burgess, a big night for her. She's dealt with some injury, I think, after that last set. She was kind of came up, maybe a hip situation, a lower back type of thing, and she's definitely fighting through it here. Great game for her. Burgess is served, dug out by Cailey Brown. Tip over by Maddie Bariski. Kylie Larmore into the middle, diving save from Paisley Bro. And Montezuma finishes off South Tama. Final score here at the Roundhouse, 15-13. South Tama takes the loss. And that will snap, I believe, a 5-match win streak for South Tama against Montezuma. And South Tama is going to have a lot to think about as they'll have a day. They'll have tomorrow, and then I think they'll be back in action on Saturday, and the season rolls on. WAMAC Conference action will start soon. The WAMAC Conference looking as dangerous and as difficult as ever. Last year, some really top-ranked teams came out of the WAMAC. And let's see, kind of those top teams had trouble at state. Clear Creek and Amana got beat in the semifinals. Mount Vernon didn't make it to the finals either. Both were top ranked.
Yes.
And Mount Vernon's back again. They're preseason ranked 1. CPU had a really nice start to the season. They got a win against Clear Creek Amana, swept them in 3 straight sets. So that I think is going to possibly change the rankings. I haven't seen, I think maybe a week 1 ranking probably coming next week. Solon is in the rankings. West Delaware, I think they're undefeated, or they're like 5-0, something like that. Had a really nice start there too.
Yeah, the WAMAC's strong again.
Yeah, it always is.
Yes.
And if nothing else, a good 5-set, hard-fought experience for this South Tama team.
Yes.
But they can see their potential, and they know They know there were moments where they could have closed things out tonight. It's just how do you put those things together? And it is the mental resiliency part of it too.
For sure. Yeah, they'll learn from these games and be back for some more.
They will. They will. All right, don't forget, South Tama, we will be live tomorrow night from STC Trojan Field. Week 2 of the Iowa High School football season rolls on. The Trojans hosting Charles City in what has been a very exciting matchup. Kickoff at 7:30. We'll have pregame show starting at 6:30. We're excited to be there with you. And have a great night, everybody. Until then, for Anita Townsley, I'm Darvin Graham. And thanks to Ryan Preet over in our booth tonight, producing for us. We do appreciate his contributions this fall season. And we will see everybody tomorrow night. Good night and go Trojans.